It's been a difficult journey for Beth Holloway, but her search for her daughter does continue. Beth told us how she copes more than 2 years after Natalie vanished.
Do you think that writing books overall, they make writers sometimes feel better? To send a message. Is this another message?
Yes, it does. And there's several messages in my book. And, one message that I wanted to get across is I wanted to tell the one true story. I wanted to tell what really happened. And secondly, is I want to share with readers, I want to share how my faith sustained me through this journey. And thirdly, I want to give parents the benefit of what I've learned.
You say your faith sustains you. It's always, a lot of people are sort of curious. When something horrible happens to people, you said the faith that you don't lose your faith. You didn't lose your faith.
No, I didn't, and it's easy to have faith when things are going good. And the true test is when everything is going wrong.
And never any doubts in your faith through this horrible journey you've been through?
No, absolutely not. If anything, it deepened. And I realize that can be different to each person, and in my case, my faith only deepened. I'm really grateful about that.
You know, it's interesting, there's one portion of the book where you talk about going to church one day when you were here. Very personal.
Yeah, this was probably in reference to where there were 11 ministers involved in the sermon, and that was very powerful. And things that I experienced during that sermon, of course, were never experienced before in my life, and it was just as if when one of the ministers was delivering the sermon, it was as if he'd known Natalie all her life, and it was very personal. And I think at that time, at that very moment, I saw us all as one, and we're all mothers, we're all fathers, we all feel pain and hurt the same way when it comes to the loss of a loved one.
Yeah, it's only a coincidence, but over there at the hotel, that's the Holiday Inn. We didn't plan this when we decided to do the talk here. That's the Holiday Inn hotel where Natalie stayed. Her room was on the first floor in the section facing us.
Right, her room was on the bottom floor. I think it was room 7114, I think.
You know, we've talked so much, and you've never been emotional. You've always been sort of stoic about the whole thing. How do you do that? I mean, because I imagine, like, some of these topics pushes your buttons, not deliberately, but, here we are overlooking the hotel room where your daughter spent the last night. We're back in Aruba. Even when we talk on the set, we talk about things that very personal things. How stoic?
I think with now, though, if I were to give an explanation of it, is of course time is very healing, and I've had a lot of time to move through this process. And, there are quiet times when I'm alone that becomes really difficult, but now I feel as if the message is I'm strong enough to stand on my own, and I want to share the painful lessons that we've learned, and I want to also share with other people, how you can get through, how you can move through a crisis. And so now I feel really good about where I am. I feel really good about what I'm doing, and I think I have an important message in the book, and I want to get it out there.
It's funny. It's like I hate looking over there.
Well, it's a conscious decision that I have to make every day not to be bitter. I mean, I can't just wake up every morning and not make a conscious decision to not be bitter. I want to be positive. I want good things to come of this. But I can bear the pain of losing Natalie if I can save another life.
And Dave, Natalie's father, how do you think, have you spoken to him, how he handles this?
Not really on a personal level. I don't know how Dave has dealt with Natalie's loss, and I don't think that would be something that he and I would communicate with each other about our feelings as far as that goes. I mean, I think we worked really well together as a team for Natalie, and I'm grateful for that. But as far as where he is in the journey, no, I couldn't tell you.
Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Be sure to check out our blog, GretaWire.com. We've posted behind-the-scenes photos and video from our trip to Aruba with Beth Holloway. Scroll back. You'll see them. The O'Reilly Factor is next. Good night from Washington.